Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Met Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow, a 35 minute flow practice. We're going to get started right away in downward facing dog. I like to jump right in, so what do you say? Come on, join me. Come onto your mat, get started in downward facing dog, and we'll get going. Here we are. Come onto your mat. And come on into your downward facing dog, or you can get started in child's pose. And set up your downward dog. So you have a steady foundation here. Spread your fingers wide. Set your feet, let your heels soften. Feel if you can drop your head. You can work with traditional drishti here, setting your gaze to one point, or you can close your eyes. And right away, if you haven't already, you can start to work with your breath. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale, fill up. And a long exhale, empty out. So like I said, if you can, stay with me the whole time. That's awesome. But if you only have a few minutes or a few moments, a few good deep breaths can start to create a shift. Right? You give yourself some space. Take another big breath in and a long breath out. Here, bring your feet together a little bit forward and take your right leg up to the sky, your three-legged dog. As your right leg lifts, let your left heel sink a little closer to your mat. Draw your low belly in and up. Take a big breath in. Come on forward to your high push-up and draw your knee into your chest. Lift out of your shoulders. You can tuck your nose, forehead, or chin in to meet your knee. Up and back to your three-legged dog. Now step your right foot to your right thumb lightly. Drop your left knee down, untuck your left toes. Come on into your kneeling lunge. Hands can be on your mat. You can bring them up to your right knee. If it works, interlace your fingers at your low back. Grounded through your right foot. And then you might have some room to let the right knee come forward. Let your hips move forward and down. Let your shoulders roll back, let your chest lift, let your heart lift. A couple of good deep breaths can give you some space. This practice, absolutely, can give you some space so your heart can lift, so you can lighten up. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. A big breath in, hands reach up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Take a long breath in here. Empty out. Bring your feet together a little bit forward. Now take your left leg up to the sky. Fingers spread wide, hands without moving, press down and away. Right leg is active and engaged. Low belly draws it up. Take a big inhale. Come on forward to your high push-up and draw your knee into your chest here. Lift out of your shoulders. You can really activate your right leg or drop your right knee for a little more support. Up and back to your three-legged dog. Now your left foot to your left thumb, lightly. And your right knee down to your mat. Untuck your toes. Hands can stay on your mat. Again, come to the front knee. Or once more, you can interlace your fingers at your low back. You might work with a different hand-arm variation. And keeping the left foot where it is. Feel if you have some room to bend into your left knee so you get a little bit of a hip opener. Shoulders roll back, chest lifts, a little bit of a heart opener. Take your time with it, still early in your practice. Feeling your breath. Feeling out your body. Feeling your intention. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. On your inhale, hands reach high. As you exhale, bring your hands to your mat. Right foot steps up to meet your left. Set your feet. They can be together or apart. And rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach up. Big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze here. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And you can set an intention for your practice if you haven't already. It's nice to remember that if an intention doesn't come to you, right, there is intention in coming on to your mat for this practice for yourself today. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Your knees can be lifted or lowered here. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down. Low push-up, chaturanga. A big breath in. Upward dog, your cobra or your low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. And you can add in child's pose at any point during your practice. You can add in variations. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift and reach. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in, fill up. And breathe out, empty out. Once more, big inhale here. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up from the ground. Lift up, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Set your gaze to one point or close your eyes. Focus in on your breath. Focus in on where you are. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Once more, deep breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet. Put a big bend in your knees. Weight your body. A little more in your heels here. You can have your hands high or work with your hands at your heart. Take a big breath in. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Set your feet and rise up. Front foot is flat and straight. Back toes point just a little bit forward. It might give you some room to even out your hips. And even press through both feet. Soften your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Right foot spins flat. A little bit of space right to left between your feet. Pretty generous with the space between your feet front to back. And pretty generous with that bend in your front knee. Take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. And especially generous with your breath. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And take one more deep breath in here. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a long breath in. And empty out. One more inhale here. Fill up. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps. Warrior one. Back foot flat. Rise up. Exhale. Hands come to your mat. Chaturanga. Low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Light step. Rise up. Exhale. Hands come back down. Chaturanga. Low push up. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. You can add in child's pose. All right, add an extra breath. Feel that you are adding this space in for yourself today. And usually it's much needed space. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Once more, deep breath in. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet big bend to your knees. Bring your hands to your heart and twist to your right. Left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. Hips low, chest lifts. You can use the connection of your hands to help you lift your chest. You can use connection with your intention, presence, to help you lift your heart, to let your heart lift. Now you can keep your hands together here, or you can open up. Left hand reaching for the ground, right arm reaching up for the sky. Feel if there's room to drop your hips a little bit lower, come into your heels. Extending through your spine, extending through your arms, and extending your breath. Take one more big inhale here. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, about hips width distance. With your peace fingers, catch your big toes, palms face in. Halfway lift as you inhale. Lengthen and fold as you exhale. You can stick with more of a halfway lift, more of a ragdoll. Set your feet and soften your toes. You can use the hold you have on your toes to draw you a little more into the forward fold. Take advantage of space as it becomes available, but you don't have to push or force. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Release your toes. Walk your feet closer together or to touch. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, reach up. Once more, bring your hands to your heart, and once more, twist to your right. Left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. Separate your hands. You might have your left hand come to rest on your mat or a block. Ground through your right foot. Start to slide your left foot back behind you. You can keep your left toes on the ground, or you can bring your left shin to hover. You can bring your left shin to parallel with the ground. So there's a little bit of balance here, a little bit of twist, a lot of breath for 3, 2. From here, step that left foot back. You're in your crescent lunge twist. Keeping your feet, your legs as they are. Let that right arm pull you up to stand. You're in your high twist. That was a little bit complicated. Probably could have done a better job with the cueing. Hopefully you guys are still with me. Left arm extends forward here, right arm extends back. Check in, feel your back leg, a little bit of lift in the back of your left knee. Now you can stay here. Your right hand can reach back for the back leg. Your left arm can go up and back. So it's a little like a reverse twisting warrior. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And then your next inhale, come around to your warrior 2. This is a little simpler, right? Warrior 2, set your feet, find your foundation, feel your breath, a big inhale, and a big exhale. Deep bend in your front knee, palms to the sky. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior, reach up and go back. Find a place for your left hand that works for you, lifting from your right hip, lengthening through your right side body. Take a big inhale, exhale, hands down to your mat, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a long breath in and a full breath out. Another big inhale here, exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior 1, rise up, open out. Warrior 2. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior, and in your reverse, straighten your right leg. Reverse triangle, a breath or 2 here. Grounded and lifting up, come on through center, reach as far forward as you can, and make your way into your triangle, Trikonasana. Right arm extending down, left arm can extend up, long through your spine. Grounded through your feet, long through your legs. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Connected through your feet, strong core. Come on up to stand, drop your hands. Pivot your toes to face the side. Set your feet so they're parallel or pigeon-toed. Feet are even. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Towel or strap between your hands. Lift up on your inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Hands come up and over. You can adjust your feet as needed. Soften your knees. Maybe come a little more forward into the balls of your feet. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. One more big inhale here. As you exhale, drop your hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Walk your hands towards your left foot. Left foot spins around to the back. Here, bring your right knee down. Right hip over your right knee. Come up onto your left heel and wiggle your left foot away from you. So you can fold forward over your left leg. Half split, half Hanumanasana. You can stay here. If there's room, you can take your left foot more forward and come into more of a full split Hanumanasana. Blocks are really nice here under your hands or under the left leg. There tends to be a lot of pull down. So balance that out. Draw in and up with your core. Soften your shoulders, soften your face and your jaw. If you have your hands supporting you, you might even soften your fingers just a bit. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. And from here, slide that left foot back as gracefully as you can. So you can plant your hands and step back to your high push-up. Fix your mat as needed. Move forward and halfway down, low push-up. Upward dog, a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet. Let them be even. They can be together or apart. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a big breath in here and twist to your left. Right elbow now towards the outside of your left leg. And your elbow might land more between your legs or even hover. Feel that your feet are set. They're even. Hips come a little lower. Right? Chest lifts. Your spine is long. Your chest lifts. You can work with your hands together or you can open up here. Right hand doesn't have to touch the ground. Your right arm might be between your legs or on the outside of the left leg. Feel where you are. Feel this space to breathe, to rinse, to twist. Take care of yourself. Take one more big inhale here. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, back hips width distance, and stand on your hands. Hands go under your feet, palms up, fingertips towards your heels. You can add in a halfway lift for some length. And fold forward. Again, if you're coming into the forward fold, letting your head drop. Maybe shift a little bit forward into the balls of your feet. You can work with more of a ragdoll or more of a halfway lift. And you can take your time with it. So wherever you start, whatever the variation looks like, you're in your body, letting the practice meet you where you are. Right, getting just what you need from the practice today. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Take your hands out from under your feet. Walk your feet closer together or to touch. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, sit down, sit back, hands come to your heart. Take a big breath in and once more, twist to your left. Now separate your hands, right hand on the ground or on a block, grounded through your left foot. Start to slide your right foot back. You can keep your right toes down for support or bring your right shin to parallel with the ground. So you've got the twist, you got a little bit of balance, a lot of breath. For 3, 2, right foot steps back, land in your crescent lunge twist. And you might bring your right hand under your right shoulder. Feel your feet, steady foundation. Let your left arm pull you up. Still facing the left, you're in a high twist here. Right arm forward, left arm back. Big bend in your left knee, long and strong through your right leg. You can stay here or let your back hand reach for the back of the right leg as your right arm goes up and back. So again, that reverse twisting warrior. Stay grounded through your feet. Feel your breath. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And on your next inhale, come up and around to your warrior 2. Check in with your foundation. Set your feet. Set your gaze or close your eyes. And yeah, sometimes the poses get complicated. But the practice is still pretty simple. A breath in and a breath out. This breath in, this breath out. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Your body. Soften your toes. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Hands all the way down to the mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Another full inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Come up, rise up. Open out. Warrior two. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior and go ahead and straighten your left leg. Long through both legs. Reach up, go back, and then come through center. Reach forward, triangle, Trikonasana. Left hand extends down. Left arm extends down. Right arm extends up. Let your breath extend through your whole body. And you can extend here, but from a steady foundation, from your center, so you're not overextending. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And your breath is a pretty good indicator. If you can take a deep breath in, and a long breath out, then you're probably in a good place. You're probably not overextending. Ground through your feet, let that top arm pull you up, drop your hands, pivot your toes to face the side, parallel or pigeon-toed, and once more, interlace your fingers at your low back. Shoulders roll back, chest lifts, a big inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. You can notice your breath here when you can breathe. If you can't breathe, the steadiness, the balance of your breath. And then it's something you can notice when you are off your mat. Release your hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around towards the front edge of your mat. Right toe spin forward. Come to the ball of your left foot and then lightly bring your left knee down. Here, coming up onto your right heel. You can walk the foot forward, wiggle the foot forward. Come onto your right heel, your left hip over your left knee. Okay, staying here, folding forward, or feeling if there's room to take your right foot more forward, your left leg back. More of a full split Hanumanasana. Take your time with it. And take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Usually a pretty good amount of sensation involved in this pose. So noticing again, can you take a big breath in? And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And then go ahead and slide your right foot back as gracefully as you can. So you can plant your hands and step back to your high push-up. Move forward and down, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. And empty out. Another big inhale. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise to stand. Lift up. Reach up. Left hand stays lifted. Right hand comes by your side. Set up for your dancer. Bend your right knee. Catch your right foot back behind you. You can go for the big toe or the baby toe side of the foot. And before you lift your right foot, draw your right knee into your center line. Your hips are even here. Then you can start to press the foot up and back. And you can tip forward. Most of the time you do tip forward as you lift the foot. Feel if you can balance it out. Lift the right foot, lift the right leg, but also keep your chest, your heart lifted. Maybe take your gaze a little higher. Take one more big inhale. Gently release and switch sides. Right hand high, left hand catches your left foot back behind you. Again, big toe or baby toe side. Feel what works. Draw the left knee into your center line, and then start to lift the left foot. Breathe in, breathe up. I think I said this the last time I did Dancer. I can see the spots on my wall where I missed when I was painting. Take one more big inhale. Left foot down beside the right. Hands sweep up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Of course, I haven't done anything about it, even though I've noticed it already. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up, 2 low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Bring your feet together a little bit forward. Take your right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. If you want to flip your dog, let that foot pull you over. If you want to work in more of a tabletop, drop your left knee down. And from here, come on into your half pigeon. Right knee forward, left leg long behind you. You might be able to adjust where you have your right foot. Even out your hips. Take a big breath in, lengthen and fold. You can set up the variation on your back if it works better for you. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. There's always stuff to do, right? Painting, email, dishes, laundry. There's always stuff to do. So to take this time to create a little bit of space for yourself, it can be really challenging. If you can get in a full practice, right, that's awesome. But if you can only get in a few breaths, like I said at the beginning, even that will help. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And set your hands under your shoulders. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can stick in a 3-legged dog, maybe a little flow. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And bring your feet together and forward. Now your left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee for your down dog hip opener. And again, the option to flip or work with your right knee down. And come on into your half pigeon on this side. Set it up here. Take your time. You can set up the variation on your back. Add in a block under your hip or your chest. Spine stay as long as you come forward. And take a long breath in. And a big breath out. And we do manage to get in a decent practice in 30-35 minutes, I think. If you're looking for a longer practice, 60 minutes, check out my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga. Check out my Patreon, The Bent Yogi. Lots of great options there. And affordable. Take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. Feel your breath, feel your body, feel where you are. So that even if your thinking mind starts to jump ahead with the other stuff that you need to do today, you can come back. Enjoy this space for yourself. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. A deep breath in. And a long breath out. Set your hands under your shoulders. Come on up, sweep your back leg forward. Come on into a boat pose with bent knees. You can use your hands behind your legs here for a moment just to find your boat pose. Extend your arms forward. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, lower to a hover. Shoulders and feet hover. Inhale, come on up. Boat pose, bent knees. Exhale, lower to a hover. If you want to take your arms back, you can take your arms back. Inhale, come up, strong core. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Staying here. Come into your full boat. If you want to extend the legs, extend your hands forward or up, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now to a hover and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come all the way down. Set your feet flat on your mat. And come on up for your bridge or your wheel. Set your feet. Lift your hips. Wiggle your shoulders under. You can use your hands or block under your hips. Use your breath. Feel how you can use your breath to help you stay here, to create some space, to lighten up. Take a big inhale and a big exhale to worry less about all that other stuff and instead feel where you are right here, right now. Take one more big inhale, and as you exhale, come all the way down. Soles of your feet together, knees to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a really big breath in. Open your mouth, empty out. And we'll move right from here into Shavasana. So you can stay here. Or you can take your legs out or up. Any last poses or adjustments you want to add in, go for it. Last few moments of your practice. Allow yourself these last few moments here. For yourself, this space. Take a big breath in. And empty out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Just bring some gentle movement back to your body. Draw your knees to your chest. Give them a squeeze, take a breath in. Then a breath out. From here you can roll to one side, make your way to seated. Hands to your heart. Set your gaze lower your gaze or close your eyes. And together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for practice today. Friday Power Flow. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. If you haven't already, like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't yet, check out my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga. Check out my Patreon, The Bent Yogi. Membership starts for as little as $5 a month, and you get a lot for that $5. Hopefully, you got just what you needed out of today's practice. Thanks for joining me. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon.